Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is the 19th video of Haiyang's Practice Proverb series. So far, I have been posting on a daily basis a lot of interesting original proverbs in the community section of my YouTube channel. All of those proverbs are my own creations. Following the same structure as in previous weeks, I will first answer questions about last week's proverb and then move on to the new proverb. So let's recap last week's proverb first. It was 太极拳之太和元气，乃诚心首创，内家拳皆可用之，然止于起势而已。内家拳更养阴阳，乃武学之理也。Translation: Tai Chi uses the term 太和元气 or great harmony and prenatal energy, first used by Chen Qin, which can be used by all internal style martial arts practices. However, it is only based on the beginning posture. The internal styles focus more on the yin-yang concept than 太和元气 due to the emphasis on the martial training aspect. End translation. AM left some very interesting questions that I'd like to answer today. He asked, quote, is there in the yin-yang concepts something about change, i.e. like a pendulum that keeps moving from the side through the center of the arc to the opposite side, never stopping? P.S. Didn't the Song Dynasty's metal worker suffer a great loss of life during the wars with its neighbors? End quote. Interesting questions indeed. To answer your first question, well, yes, the yin-yang concept is used to describe the change of opposing forces that existed in the universe. Very often, people perceive the change of yin and yang as a stage of harmony of opposites. If we perceive the change of yin and yang to be like a pendulum, well, it is not correct, since the change of yin and yang cannot be described by the even change of a pendulum. In other words, the yin-yang change does not always follow a constant rate or pattern. It is often chaotic, haphazard, and even invisible, like most natural phenomena. Furthermore, in the Confucian schools, there are two types of thought of the yin-yang concept. One is that the changing of the yin and the yang is the source of the universe, while the other school disagrees with it. I prefer the latter one because in it, the yin-yang concept is not used to describe the origin of an object, but the state of it. In other words, the origin of matter or ideas usually is not explained by the yin-yang concept, but the change of matter or ideas can be explained by it. Also, there exists an equilibrium state in which the yin and the yang are in balance. At this moment, the change stops, but the yin-yang concept still can be used to explain the state of a being. For your second question, whether in the Song Dynasty metal workers suffered a great loss of life due to the war with its neighbors, well, the Song Dynasty lasted very long, for more than 300 years. It is the second longest dynasty, only behind the Han Dynasty. Yes, there were many wars in that time period, of course. However, In any wartime, metal workers enjoyed the most prosperity since they were considered people working in the high-tech industry back then. So the metal workers themselves didn't suffer any great losses. On the contrary, their living conditions were much better than craftsmen of other businesses. But people who used metal weapons on the battlefield did suffer a great deal, of course. I hope that answers your questions. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to elaborate on this topic. Now let's move on to today's proverb. I created this one to explain the relationship between two types of approaches in practice in terms of managing muscle strength. It is 内家拳之柔，乃是为刚，故先柔而后刚。然刚柔乃是相对而然，非有绝对之标准，故要终生追求之。This proverb has 6 sentences organized into 4 parts. I will translate the Chinese version word by word and then introduce the English version. The first part, 内家拳之柔，乃是为刚。内家拳 means internal martial arts. 之 means of. 柔 means softness. 乃 means then. 是 means is. 刚 means hardness. Put together, it means that the softness in the internal self-martial arts practice is for hardness. In other words, when practicing the internal styles, especially Tai Chi, slow motion in a relaxed manner is aimed at reaching a strong state of the body in the future. This part emphasizes the relationship between these two approaches. Softness is for hardness. The second part, 故先柔而后刚。故 means so that. 先 means first. 柔 means softness. 而 means but. 后 means later. 刚 means hardness. Put together, it means that since the reason for the soft approach is to reach the hardness, one has to practice the soft approach first and then move on to the practice of hardness. In other words, when practicing internal self-martial arts, one has to make sure the body is relaxed without being stiff, or else it will be very hard to reach the real hardness. However, that doesn't mean that the softness or the relaxed state has to reach a certain level to be considered soft. This key question will be answered in the next part. Let's continue. The third part, 故刚柔乃是相对而然，非有绝对之标准。然 means but, 刚 means hard, 柔 means soft, 乃是 means just is. 相对 means relative, 而言 means speaking of. 非有 means does not mean. 绝对 means absolute. 之 means of. 标准 means standard. Put together, it means, however, being soft or relaxed and being hard is relative but not absolute, meaning that to judge some movements as being soft or hard is a relative concept and not absolute. In other words, one's practice always has the potential to improve flexibility and there is no limits to this improvement. You can always improve your relaxation relative to your current state. There is no ultimate or absolute state of relaxation. Then what is the solution to it? Let's move on to the next part. The fourth part, 故要终生追求之。故 means so that, 要 means need, 终生 means the whole life, 追求 means work on, 知 means it. Put together, it means that since the relaxed state is a relative concept, not an absolute one, a practitioner always has the opportunity to improve it. In other words, if someone criticizes your practice as being too hard, then you should just keep working on it and your practice will improve with time. Remember, improvement will always be relative, never absolute. We can always see this situation in which someone criticizes others' practice for being stiff without pointing out a specific solution to overcome it by just saying, relax your body, relax your structure. Actually, it is a useless comment since being relaxed or not is relative, not absolute. So, if you practice any internal styles such as Tai Chi, you need to relax, but unless your movement is really stiff, then you should ignore those comments that you should relax. Now, let's recap today's proverb. The proverb is, the softness of internal style martial arts is for achieving hardness, which is why the internal style practice focuses on softness first and then move on to hardness. However, hardness and softness are a pair of relative concepts without any absolute standard in practice. That's why we need to spend our whole lifetime practicing. That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you found this proverb and its explanation informative, and I hope it benefits your practice. Please post your questions about this proverb in the comment section. I will answer them for you in the first part of next week's video. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and enjoy your practice.